Hey, good morning. Jamie Smith. Just wanted to run through and show you how to set up the CF Customer Info section to be able to load dynamic customer information into your confirmation pages, or really into any section, but mostly on your confirmation pages. Say somebody completes an order, they go through, especially for like physical product funnels where you want to sell and you're collecting name, email address, phone number, shipping address, city, state, country, zip code, all that. You can populate that into your confirmation forms, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm inside of my ClickFunnels account here, and we want to open this up just to show you how this works. I'm going to open up this in preview mode. And I've previously gone through and completed this funnel and placed an order. So this page is still going to work, and it's going to pull in this contact information. And this is what we're looking at inserting today, is being able to say, your information, your name, email address, street address, city, state, zip code, phone number. So that pulls all that information in dynamically from the order, and the way that it works is that when somebody goes through and completes the order, there's some JavaScript that fires on the back end on this confirmation page that grabs that information out of the local storage block for the browser. So it's only going to show that on that person's computer, the computer on which they placed the order is where that's going to show up. And so I want to run through real quick and show you how to set this up. It's a simple script that we can jump into, and we just go in and grab this script, which is in the members area. You can grab it down below, and we're going to grab that script. You'll notice that the top of this script has got some field names put in here. So it says things like input.firstname, input.lastname. Okay, so I'll go through in a little bit and show you where to grab those things so that you know what to set these up. These can be changed depending on your order form. These should be the basics for a lot of forms, but your order form might be slightly different depending on what fields that you drop in there. And so you can customize this list, and then that allows you to customize what displays on the page, and we'll show you how to do that. So go in here and grab this script, jump back into my ClickFunnels page, and then we just edit the page. And like all the other CF Pro Tools scripts, we just go in and we go to tracking codes, footer custom tracking. I'm going to wipe this out so it's empty. If you've got other scripts in the tracking codes already in the footer custom tracking, leave those in place. Just put a couple new lines in there and paste it in below or above or wherever you want it to be in there. You just don't want to wipe out what you already have that's working. You want to add this to it. So we're going to paste that in and then save the page. And then really all this information is just put into a text block. And notice the text block looks a little funky here. It's got these curly braces, input.firstname. So let's go ahead and edit that. And so if you open the text editor, then we'll see here that this is just basic text. And then we've got all these fields, and these match up with the field names here. Input.firstname, input.lastname, input.email. If we go back and we'll look, we'll notice that we've got input.firstname, input.lastname. So you basically, these are just the double curly braces identify that, hey, this is a field that we want to insert into the page. And so, we just add to those, the way that, kind of organize them the way you want to. If you're not familiar, the way you can create just a single line break. Normally, if you go and just hit enter, it's going to create an extra line break in here. It's going to create a paragraph tag in HTML, but it's going to create an extra space. If you don't want that, just hold down your shift key and hit return or enter, and it'll drop down to the next line. And that's what's called a break tag inside of HTML. So, and then, within these, we can do all kinds of things. If you want this first name, last name to be bolded, we can do that. If we click that, and click save. Let's go ahead and click preview again. Then we'll notice that your information and the name got bolded. So you can really do all the formatting that you want there. You can change the fonts, you can change the font size, you can do all that stuff. Really all it's doing is replacing that double curly braces input.firstname with the actual text value of the first name that came through on the order. So it gives you a lot of flexibility here. So you have all that control inside of that text block. You might notice as we refresh this page, we get just this is pretty quick now, but that first time we popped it up, you get a little bit of a flash. It may take just a second for that JavaScript, for the page to entirely load, for that JavaScript to fire and replace it. So otherwise what you'll see is that double curly braces input.firstname. If for some reason you input a field into this text block, say you put input.email address and that doesn't exist on your order form, what it'll do is it'll actually replace that with a blank line. So you won't get any value there at all. That way you don't end up with this curly braces input dot and your customer's wondering what the heck happened. So it'll actually, it'll blank those out. So that's how to get that installed. And so again, inside of this, oh, sorry, wrong one. If we click that and click Open Text Editor, then again, we'll just start from scratch. We got your information, just double curly braces, and we don't want that bold just yet, so we'll put input dot first name space double curly braces input dot last name double curly braces. And if that's all we wanted, we click Update, we click Save, and we click Preview. And you can see now all that's there is your information and my name. So now bear in mind, again, this is me having gone through this order before. So I've already previously placed an order. So this information is stored in my browser and it's just being pulled back in. So just make sure, if you haven't gone through your funnel and tested an order, you may not have that information stored on your computer. So it may show up blank for you. So make sure that you go through your funnel, submit your order form, and make sure you have some test data in there or your data in there so that you can see what this looks like when you do it. And again, we can just go in and we can add some additional fields if we want to. Say we wanted to do the address, we can just do input.address, input.city, comma, input.state, input.zip. We'll save that. You'll notice we've got everything here. And now if we save and we do a preview, you'll notice so now we've got our name, city, state, zip. So yeah, so that's how that works. And so just bear in mind that these fields here are flexible. You can change those out and they correspond with the the double curly braces and the field name that you put into your page. So whatever comes in on your form in these field names will get replaced on your page if you put those field names in there. You don't have to use all of them. If you only wanted to use part of them, you could remove them from this list, or you could just not put them into your text block. It also relies on the fact that you're using a text block here for this. It looks in the text block specifically in an element, and that's what our code says here, is to go in and look where there's an element that has the class EL text block that contains the double curly braces and the name of your field. So that's how that determines. So if you don't use a text block, say you want to put this in a headline, we could modify this little script to look in a headline as well. But right now it's set to look inside of a text block. So make sure you put a text block in there and use that, and then just open and edit your text here. So, and if we wanted to, again, we can modify the format of this text. Say we want to bump up the size. We want to make this 20 pixels. We can update that, save, go back and preview. And there you go. You've got updated size information there. It all works. So hopefully that all makes sense and that you find that useful. One thing that you'll want to look at is how to actually determine which fields are on your page. So if we go in to our order page and we click on the, I'm going to open this up so we can look at our order here. And so if we right click on this and go into inspect, yours might be a little bit different, but what we're going to look for is actually the name for this field. So we'll see input and the name is first_name. And so that's if you could just go to your field and you do right click and do inspect. This is in Chrome. It might be a little bit different in your browser, but you should have something similar. and we're just going to look at that name, and this one is an input and its last name. So that's how those fields get named on this side. Input dot first name, that's going to grab the first name field. Input dot last name, that's going to grab the last name field. And so we can close that out. Another option is if we go in and actually edit this page and look at our order form, we can go in here and click on the order form, and we can see that on here, this is first name, last name, email, phone. Our billing address is a little bit different, so you'll need to grab each of these independently. So this kind of puts what that name is down below. Now, when it gets converted, it's going to be lowercase. So definitely it's best if you can open up and do the preview and take a look at the actual field name here. So this billing address is a little bit different because you're putting in a block there most of the time. So if we just go in and click inspect again, we're going to look for whatever's highlighted here. That's input, and then the name is address. So that's going to be street address. If you're using a shipping field, and use the shipping element, it's probably going to be called shipping underscore address. It might be shipping underscore city, shipping underscore zip. So then you'll have to go in and adjust this little snippet of text here to put in, instead of address, it will be shipping underscore address. So and then you can change those things out. So again, it's flexible based on your order form and how you set it up. But this gives you the basic guts, and of course I'm available for help if you need it. So so definitely hit me up if you need any help. But hopefully this is cool, and I'll make this available. I'll drop the script down below. Grab that up, load it up, and if you have any issues, be sure and reach out, talk to me. See you later.